Dude,
All right, guys, what's up? Welcome back to Average
whoa.
Shakes.
Welcome back.
Whoa, Trevor, no paparazzi. Please turn those lights off. Turn those lights off, Trevor. We're not on all views, so it's only my screen being recorded. So
They don't see your hand.
God.
they didn't see your hand and your eyes. Shanny had to
I
find his
almost got
glasses
leaked.
real quick.
got leaked.
Eyes alert. If anyone saw that, please
Almost.
screenshot. Send them in. All right, guys, welcome back to Average Shakes. A lot of things have happened since the last time we talked.
Yes, sir.
Pertaining to the Padres. We will get into it. And we're gonna bring back power rankings.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna be June. And it's gonna be the end of May.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the Heat a little bit.
Yeah, some NBA and all right, what's up? Welcome back to Average Shakes. Happy Memorial Day. Thank you to all the veterans
another home run.
who have served, who fought hard for this country, spent their time away from families, who lived and died for this country. Thank you to all of those who served. Much love and respect. What was that?
Hoorah!
Just so I could be free and do what I want. And I don't think people appreciate that enough. I truly don't think people appreciate the right to be free.
Gotta appreciate the small things in life, you know.
Yes, appreciate the small things in life. Always. Trevor, how the hell are you?
Good. Aaron Judge hit another home run. 5 games in a row.
5 games in a row. Someone asked the other night, is he going to break his record of previous years?
Right now?
I don't know, but he's not leading the league.
18.
I think he was at
18.
Oh yeah, he's at 18 because he was at 17 that day.
I don't think anyone has 20 yet, do they?
Yeah, Pete has 20.
Pete Alonso?
Yeah, Pete Alonso has 20.
Cedric Mullins has a lot, doesn't he?
Something in that water in New York.
Double digits, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, both those guys chasing numbers. It's early in this year. I mean, we're entering June. A third of the way of the season is come and gone. San Diego Padres are not sitting with a hot record.
No.
But that's not what I want to talk about just yet.
Currently at 25 and 29.
25 and 29. Not doing dead last or anything like that, but need a carve.
Almost there.
Need a carve. Carve voice and W's.
Series. We need a series.
Yeah, versus the Yankees this past series was not great. Couple close games, and then we had kind of a meltdown inning. Yeah. And that lost us the game. I mean, you can't really come back when you give up 7 in an inning. Right. When you hadn't have scored more than four runs in an inning until tonight. I mean, it was a devastating inning for them. And they still played well versus Garrett Cole. Dude, they got to the Yankees.
Put 2 on them quick.
They played well versus the Yankees. I'm not going to take anything away from that series. And then you come in versus the Marlins, and you do well versus Sandy Alcantara. Yeah. That's a great pitcher. He's reigning Cy Young. He's been doing really well over the last couple starts. You get the W after a huge 9th inning comeback, even a mid-game comeback because they were down 4-2.
Mm-hmm.
3-1, 4-2. Like they were fighting this entire game. This was a great game.
Shout out to the pitching for keeping us in this game. I think we went through 5 pitchers.
Tim Hill came in with bases loaded, struck out, and then a double play after giving up 1. Yeah. I mean, that was a huge.
The guy before him, Tapia, had a great when he first
inning
came
before
in.
that.
Inning before that.
Yes, I mean that's Bob trusting his pitchers a little bit too much. But yeah, so this was a huge all-together game. Altogether, it took everybody. Tatis had a good game. Soto had a good game. Xander had a good game.
6 hits.
Yeah,
with runners in scoring position.
Position. That's huge. Matt Carpenter had a good game. One thing we haven't mentioned as of yet, and is new since our last podcast, is the San Diego Padres have a brand new catcher.
Goes by the name of Gary Sanchez.
Gary Sanchez, acquired via the waivers
Dirty Sanchez.
this morning, starts the game this evening. Kind of crazy couple days, couple weeks for Gary. You know, signed a minor league deal this offseason or late spring with the Giants, gets released, gets picked up by the Mets, plays 3 games, gets 1 hit and 6 at bats, 1 RBI as well. Gets released. He didn't play great. I mean, they didn't give him much time. I mean,
6 at bats.
6 at bats in the bigs. He did really well in their minors. Warming up to get brought up to the majors. He did really well. So, Padres acquire him via the waivers. He starts tonight, goes 0 for 3, I want to say, with a walk. Or it was a hit. It was a hit. Yeah, it did count as a hit. Yeah, I do remember. It was a piss missile to third.
They ate him up, but ran it out.
Ate him up, and then he threw it to first. And yeah, Gary showed off a little bit of speed. They called him out originally, overturned it. Yeah. I would say a good debut for Gary.
Yeah, I asked Bob this question earlier, Shenny. Do you think he under or overperformed today?
I mean, first time even the
same answer, dude. Come on.
I don't watch. I can't watch the Padres broadcast because the stream that I watch doesn't have it. But the Marlins guys kept saying, "Oh, this is the first time he's caught this guy ever. It's probably the first time he's even met these guys on the bullpen." You know, all we went through a gauntlet today, 5 or 6 pitchers, and he held his own. I mean, Padres scored 9 runs, so he must be doing something right.
Right.
Yeah, they pinched that combination for him after his single.
Ozakar,
Ozakar's got caught stealing right immediately after. But yes, I want to say that he had a decent debut.
Yeah.
1 for 4. I'm good with that.
Try to throw a couple of people out.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna get better at that. Yeah. That's something that comes along with also playing games and getting your arm back under you. He was thrown all over the diamond today, looked pretty close on almost every one of them.
Right.
So I'm definitely a little bit more excited for the Gary Sanchez era than I was 24 hours ago. Maybe even 10, 15 hours ago when they sent down Brent Sullivan instead of Austin Nola.
Yeah, excited for Gary, but I am devastated for Sullivan.
Yeah, Sullivan had been playing great defensively.
Great defensively. I feel like he was putting his heart on the line, trying to show this team that he wants to be here, trying to show Bob that he's trying to earn a spot. He was making diving plays. I mean, throwing people out, getting hits when he can, having good at-bats too, making pitchers throw a lot of pitches while he's up there. And I feel like he's just the total opposite of Nola. Pissed at AJ for doing that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Shannon's going to get into it right now, but you have a rookie catcher in Brent Sullivan who's played a handful of games. But
ride the hot streak, buddy.
And then you have a veteran Nola who's now been with us for 3 years. He is Yu Darvish's personal catcher and Joe Musgrove's personal catcher.
Yeah,
I said earlier though.
And people though they misconstrued that the catcher position is catching the ball and also hitting too. Like, not many people realize that like the catcher position is actually very important as a catcher. Yes, he doesn't throw guys out, but I mean,
and I also told Bob this, bro. Yu Darvish and Joe Musgrove both use pitch comms. So I thought Nola would be like calling games. I thought they liked how he called the games and everything. But if these guys are calling their own pitches, I mean, anybody can catch a pitch if they know what's coming.
Yes, but there's a difference between it's called receiving from a catcher standpoint. Catchers can create strikes by the way they catch the ball and how it looks to the umpire. So yes, anyone can catch the pitch that they know that's coming, but Nola or Musgrove and Darvish clearly like the way that they look when he's catching them, whether they call the pitches or not. And I respect that from him, but at the same time, He's hitting a buck 31. He has 1 home run. That was in Mexico City. Like that can't happen.
In Mexico.
Brett Sullivan has pretty much the same exact stats, average a little better in half the games that Nola has played in. So yes,
and been better defensively, in my opinion.
better defensively, and it looks like he is trying to compete. He like that fire in guys, well, what like in where was it? The game he made the diving tag and
Versus
watched him.
Nationals.
Was
Yeah,
beautiful.
not saying Nola couldn't have made that play, but like that was a
I feel like he
huge
wouldn't
play in
even
that
thought
moment.
of it. He wouldn't even thought of it.
I can't give him that because he wasn't in there, but like Sullivan's fighting for his life pretty much. Nola, he's been there. He knows what that feeling is of, oh, I'm gonna start every single day, no matter if I get a hit, no matter if I strike out 5 times, if I hit 7 home runs in one game, I'm gonna play every single day. Brett Sullivan doesn't have that luxury of relaxing, knowing, oh, like guys press so much when they only get one at bat because they have to impress, And I find it like very hard. I'm starting to see rumors, that the clubhouse is getting all tangled, all out of whack. Like the way the ownership is spending money, like these young guys that don't have a contract, you should be drooling out the mouth. Like, oh, if I get a chance to play, I can play and then I get paid. Like that's got to be your dream as one of these young cats coming up from the minors.
Yeah. And I feel terrible for Sully because he has been playing great. This one out. But in the same instance, like veteran presence that is keeping him on this team. I think this is Bob's call. And at the end of the day,
He played catcher.
Yeah, he
That's
played
it.
catcher.
He feels for Nola, and it's pissing me off. I miss Caratini, baby.
You miss Caratini.
I'll take his judgment.
Yeah,
in the minors.
But at the same time, we're gonna have to have a decision on Nola mid-July trade deadline because Luis Campuzano will be back. Yeah. He's just got a new cast on. They said a lighter cast for him to start doing movements. He said mid-July is supposed to be back. I'm thinking more late July, but I think there will be a decision on Nola. I mean,
wasn't it his thumb?
Yeah, it was his thumb. He had surgery on it, I believe.
He won't be the same.
Yeah, I know he won't be the same.
Don't be rude.
But at the same time, you have Sullivan. You have to see where Gary does. We'll definitely have to see where Gary is.
He's the first one. He's first one out right now. He has the shortest leash on the team at the moment.
Camp?
No.
Gary.
Krakan.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what happens because they obviously need a little bit more out of catcher. And I will take someone who's going to hit the ball 1 out of 4 times a night.
I just take someone that's average.
Please, somebody.
That's about average for me. 1 out of 4 at bats, 250.
Yeah, excited for Gary, though.
I had a coach tell me that if you can't hit your weight, you can't play. That should be a rule. That should be a law in MLB.
I agree with that 100%. So guess who's out of the league first?
Nola.
Guy's in like a 195.
Vogelback?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely not his weight.
No, sorry, Bob.
That's tough for him, though. That's tough for him. He's got to be raking.
He's got to be hitting close to the home run a game.
Well, Padres need to turn something around. Hopefully, a little juice out of Gary's bat will help them. In other news about the Padres, big news out of camp. Padres assigned Ethan Salas to the single A roster. First 16-year-old to be assigned to a roster and make his debut. He's up in Lake Elsinore, really close to us. We might have to pay a visit. Debuted tonight, went 2 for 3 with a double, a single, a walk, and a run scored.
No way.
Absolutely killed it in his debut. I'm pretty sure he was DH tonight. But yeah, real excitement. I also read that at 17, international prospects could be brought up. At 18 is when MLB prospects could be brought up. So if you went through the draft, Ethan Salas turns 17 this week on June 1st.
Tomorrow.
Thursday. Tomorrow.
Thursday.
Happy birthday, Mr. Ethan Salas.
Happy birthday, Ethan Salas. Looking forward to your presence very soon.
Yes.
Definitely not this year, but next year is really starting to look like something's cooking.
That would be nice.
Because at 17, I mean, he will be 17 all throughout the first half of the year.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll still be considered an 18-year-old prospect next year because I think the age deadline is July or something like that. But interesting.
5.6 million at 16 years old.
Yeah, they spent almost the entirety of the international pool money on the number one catching prospect. And the Padres haven't had a good catcher in decades.
Benito Santiago.
Benito Santiago, it feels like. You're kidding.
Half you don't even know who the fuck that is. You casuals.
Casuals. Couldn't tell you now.
I got a poster of him on my wall.
Oh, well, then I've seen him before.
Yeah, you've had to.
But, yeah, big ups to the kid. Hopefully he does well for us.
I'm real interested. I'm going to be watching his minor league stats daily.
Yeah, I mean, if this kid's the once in generation talent that everyone says, that the experts say, Preller just big brain everyone. You know, we don't even need to worry about Nola, what Nola does. Who's our catcher?
Exactly.
This guy.
We need a stopgap for the next year to 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, we can do that. We can find somebody to fill the gap.
I mean, it depends on where he progresses in his career.
We can find a serviceable guy.
He's 16, Roman, right now.
Yeah, but when did Mike Trout come into the game? Wasn't he
20? He was 20. Bryce Harper was the last youngest, 18.
18 was Bryce Harper.
And Juan Soto, I think, was 18 too. He might have been younger.
We need a Bryce Harper on our fucking team, baby.
This kid could be the next. He's gonna be a great talent. I don't want the Padres to rush him though into this. I don't want him to be rushed in the bigs.
That bright lights at 17, real bright.
But I mean, bright lights at 16, and he pulls through in his debut game.
True, very true.
I mean, this is born-bred baseball.
Yeah, he seems a lot more mature than the other or the last, young superstar who we may have signed or traded for. But I like the way single A already, and he 2 for 3 tonight. You said.
I mean, we were talking about him in the spring. He was hitting.
He had lasers today too. I saw those. I saw the highlights.
Yes, they were both taters. Like one was a tater off the right field wall. He could have had 2 doubles tonight. And a different park.
A lot of our friends who were in the minors, they just say the difference between like the minors and majors is the stuff is pretty much the same. It's just the guys in the majors know exactly where they're locating the ball. The guys in the minors have no idea where the ball is going. So the stuff though, like he's going to be able to see the major league stuff in the minors for sure. Single A definitely.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Yes. I mean, in the big leagues, they know.
I know ball, brother.
I guess so. I
but
guess you do know ball.
The big difference in the major leagues is they know where to put it, and they know where to put it where you're bad at.
Right.
Yeah.
They know how to locate and to the point where I could locate in the spots where you're very weak. Your eyes aren't trained in those certain zones.
Yeah.
And
so that's why major league
90% of them can throw every single pitch wherever they want it. In the minors, it's 90, it's like 60, 70% have 1-2 pitches,
Yeah. Makes sense.
It's crazy that the location part of pitching is immensely important.
And for him to be, let's not get this through. For him to be in single A at this age is crazy because you usually go through rookies and all this bullshit before you get
I saw
promoted.
Yeah.
It's like he
skipped both of them.
Yes.
Yes.
And went straight up to the what is it?
Single A.
Yeah.
And Roman, I'll give you another tidbit. Since he's a catcher, he's catching bullpens all day, so he gets to see the spin. He gets to see how the pitches come into you from that catcher position. That makes you a better hitter. Then the strike's a little better. That makes your vision better. Get your on base percentage up.
Doing?
He wasn't a catcher.
He wasn't.
No, he was drafted as a shortstop, made into a catcher.
Yeah.
Know that.
This is like his 5th year catching ever.
Oh fuck! Then how can we fucking say he's a veteran catcher?
He's a veteran catcher for our team at this point.
That is bullshit.
He's been
And
behind the
I
dish.
felt ashamed. I looked at his
all the time.
stats. He has an 1,000 fielding percentage. So if you take out literally just catching the ball and making a couple throws to first base, this guy's lights out. He's the best in the game. But then you add in runners on base and everything, and that's where stuff.
His pop time has gone down. I mean, with the bases being bigger, the pitch clock being there, it's not great for him. It's truly not.
How does your fucking pop time go down?
I mean, you get older. You get older.
Okay,
his knees aren't great.
I was thinking
the velo out the hands a little weaker.
Yeah, because the pop time is from the pop of the
like when he gets up.
Yes,
it's when he catches it and then down to second, tag, catch and tag.
Oh, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So see, how could your pop time get slower then if bases got bigger? And
because he's getting
because he doesn't throw it as hard. He doesn't. Yeah. He doesn't explode.
He's had knee problems, been on the IL multiple times. And only thing he's
33.
Oh, 33.
Gary is 3 years younger than him.
Really?
Damn, yes, like and Gary is a 2-time All-Star. Yeah. He led the league in homers once, I'm pretty sure, or maybe as a rookie, led rookies or whatever. He had a crazy season on the Yankees.
He's the fastest catcher to get to 100 home runs, I think it is.
Yeah, the fastest player to 20, I think, as well. Like he was lights out at one point. I mean, it's fallen off.
Let's see the vintage Gary.
But if we could pull a little bit back, I'm not asking for an all-star performance out of Gary out of nowhere. I'm asking to pull just a little bit.
I'm asking for 200 average and 12 home runs, which is more than what Noel's had the last 3 years combined.
Yeah, if he could put in something in that stature, what he did not even a year ago.
Yeah, last year the numbers were fantastic.
I will take on the Twins. Last year on the Twins in a ballpark that's not, I would say, hitter friendly. It's all wonky over there, but I don't know. I'm not a hitter, so couldn't tell you exactly. But yeah, he had 12 bombs, 200,
205, 16 home runs. I think it was 15.
Yeah, I will take those numbers from the catcher spot for $1 million.
1.1. He makes 100,000 more than Nelson Cruz.
I'll take that, and I hope I hope we see a little bit out of him. And I really, truly hope we see him the rest of the season.
Yeah, I don't want no 6 at-bats and he's off the team.
Is he Dominican? Do you know?
That's a quick Google search. I don't want to be totally.
I'm just wondering if he's like boys with like Nelson Cruz and like Manny. Like I have a feeling, but I don't know.
You guys miss Manny?
I think he's
very much so.
You said, do I miss Manny?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dominican.
Yeah, I do.
I'm gonna say I miss him too, but I feel like this is good for him. I feel like he was in.
I don't know. The Padres are missing just that. They need just a leader. He needs to come in. I don't think he's necessarily the best vocal leader. I think he's a lead by example.
Yeah, I think everybody on
you see what I do, you do what I do. Like I think that's the type of leader Manny is, and so he's not getting in there, being able to do his everyday things. Maybe it's taking a little bit of a toll, but this team needs something as like leadership wise, because that's when you go through this rough patch that the leaders step up and keep everyone together. They get the wheels rolling on the bus again, and once that thing starts going downhill, fucking scary.
No stopping.
Yeah, we've definitely seen some upside from them in the last 2 games. I want to say last couple series. I want to say I think we've turned a little bit around.
But I love seeing Soto and Tatis just carrying the offense. Yeah, because if those guys are on, you only need one other guy to really be good that day, and then that's a good fucking offensive day.
Yeah, Great offense today. Last tad bit about the Padres before we move on to power rankings is that earlier this year, I think during the offseason, Bally Sports announced that it was undergoing a brutal.
Did you forget the word?
Yeah. Forgot what I was going to say.
Bankruptcy.
Yes. So lost my train of thought. Bally Sports undergoes bankruptcy. The teams that they cover are like almost half the league. They cover a wide variety of teams across the MLB outlook. And today they announced that Bally Sports Company or their founder, ownership, whatever, Diamond Sports Network, did not pay the Padres their dues. And today was the final day that they could not pay. And so they announced that after today, Bally Sports will no longer be hosting Padres. They're the first team to be let go off the Bally Sports Network. Effective immediately, free through the end of the week will be Padres on MLB TV, MLB.com, and Padres.com. But then immediately after, they will be joining the MLB TV as an blackout free game. So
Wow, they're special.
Is that they're the only team in the league that you could watch every single game from anywhere in the world with the MLB TV
App.
app account. If you pay the $20 fee a month, or what was it?
$20.75 for the year.
That's not even that bad. You get Padres baseball anytime you want, as long as you have connection.
Wi-Fi.
They are the first team to do that, which is pretty groundbreaking. And then they also announced that the Padres will have deals with cable providers and other networks. So if you have regular cable like Cox or Dish or something like that, you are going to still be able to watch Padre games. And they will announce the channel and where that's going to be at later. I'm sure that's why they're giving a free week this week. So you might have to help out your parents or grandparents to watch the Padre game this week. Trying to log in on something to show them the game, but I'm sure they're going to try to get this announcement done sooner than later.
End of the week.
I mean, whenever. But the big thing is
the Padres are free.
Padres are free from this deal. It was a 20-year, $1.2 billion contract. If you break it down, that's $60 million a year. That's $5 million a month. They could not pay or fulfill that contract any longer. I was trying to read a little bit of background on it. It seemed that they are negotiating with MLB about trying to keep most of their teams, but the negotiations stalled after they could not kind of meet. And so they needed to free up some money. And so the Padres are the first to go.
I think we're the most expensive one.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, we were?
We are because of Don and Mud.
Oh, really?
I thought they were Padres employees.
Yeah, I know they're Padres employees, but I don't know. I just know that that's how much the deal was. It was 20-year, $1.2 billion contract. I don't even know when it was supposed to win.
Don and Mud's pay is inside that contract, maybe?
I think
no, they're paid by the Padres, but they have to have something with them. Like I don't know. Maybe if that's what the 20-year, $1.2 billion was, but I don't.
Oh, the 20-year, $1.2 billion is your TV deal that they agreed on, so they could stream and host every Padre game, so they could host their sponsors, their ads, whatever, while the games are on TV. The Padres, I believe, strictly pay the announcers and the team of sorts, Don, Mud, and all them, because those guys are going to be doing the MLB TV and whatever games throughout the rest of the season. What this means to Padres is that they're free to negotiate with whomever, whatever. and however to get their games in the coming seasons.
Yeah. My favorite would be YouTube TV, Peacock, Apple TV, Amazon. That would be an absolute insane deal if somehow that happened. That's where I see the future of sports live is via one of those streaming platforms.
Yeah, I mean, all of those streaming services already do
Hulu, HBO, or sorry, Max. I mean, there's a whole bunch that do live sports that are trying to get into that. And so if you just
Peacock has ownership of multiple games and a playoff game in the NFL season this coming season.
Yeah, and they do a
Prime
8 a.m. Sunday game.
So many games.
Nickelodeon in the NFL.
I would hate
what the
that would be crazy.
I was just throwing that one.
That's the dad coming out in you.
Like Shani's saying, I mean, if they could work out a deal where they could do both, is honestly at the end of the day exactly where they want to be, where they could stream on those platforms and then have a channel. But we will see. We will see if they do a deal with MLB and see if they could get half and half ownership, partnership, whatever. And and we all win there with no blackouts. I mean, that would be the bet, is that no game ever gets blacked out in Padres history, and every game is going to be able to be viewed by any person anywhere. And so every coffee shop, every bar, every library, barbershop has a game on TV. I think that's awesome. And I think that's honestly the best bet. But I do reminisce the days of having a Channel 4 San Diego and we're just watching Padres stuff nonstop.
Nonstop.
That was my childhood. Channel 4 Padres.
4SD.
Yeah, 4SD. I mean, that shit was my childhood. So I would love to have something like that back.
Right.
I mean, that would.
Won't.
I mean, they won't. They won't. But that would be huge. And Bally still owns Channel 56 right now on my TV. It's the Bally Sports Network.
Yeah.
Which was Fox Sports San Diego. I don't know what they do. They're gonna try to get a channel, I believe. Have their own network.
Channels are open.
Is exactly what
the ones that say paid programming.
Exactly.
I guess so.
Because you buy one of those guys out. Channel 4 was Sam the Cooking Guy after.
Dude, I was thinking of that guy's name.
Sam the Cooking Guy.
Dude, I used to watch him all the time.
How great would that be to have a channel where you have Tony Gwynn has his own TV show of him bar hopping San Diego.
Yeah.
And he's going to eat meals with Tony Gwynn.
That's how it was back in the day.
And so, how sick would that be? Don has his own cooking show. The Padres announcer, we signed him a TV brand deal on the offseason. He's, Donatello's.
Ah, you're just thinking too smart. You're just thinking.
I'm giving them free ideas off my brain.
Yeah. Zip. We need to make them pay for that shit.
I mean, if someone could get this information out to somebody, I'm full of it, nonstop, all day long, 24/7. Padres need a braincast ideas guy.
Come down.
Get me in the room.
Braincast?
Yeah, whatever you need.
Yeah, whatever you need. I'm here for it.
You need the guy who used to break dance after fake raking the field for a little bit? Just train me up. Show him he's got any videos for me to train on?
I'm the number one guy.
Yeah, I do have a hefty salary, so we'll get shit off camera. Other than that, I'm very excited for the Padres, as always. I mean, boo-hoo. Big fan. But time is now for
enough Padres talk.
Power rankings.
Yes, sir.
Enough Padres talk. Power rankings. Shenny, we're gonna just stick with a top 5. I know some of us might have a top 10 list.
5 is enough.
5 is enough for us.
Yeah, fuck the other 5 teams that we don't list. They all suck anyways.
Because
6,
no,
no,
they're not in my top 10.
they're like 29
in my top 20. Padres are bad right now. I mean, other than the fact that we just hyped them up for the last 30 minutes.
Bad.
Padres are playing bad baseball. Other than that, top 5 power rankings. You want to start at number 5 or number 1, Trevor?
Number 5, because number 1 should all be consensus number 1.
Okay, so I'll start since I asked the questions. My number 5 is the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Huh?
Dodgers are playing great baseball, and they continue to play great baseball off the backs of Freddie Freeman. Holy shit. So what a year so far, but let's talk about the week. Just this week, Freddie Freeman's batting a .440 with a homer, 4 RBIs, 11 hits, 5 walks with a 1355 OPS. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, dude.
Goodness.
Yeah, Freddie Freeman is very comfortable in LA. LA is sitting nice in first.
Is Austin Riley doing those type of numbers?
Well, let me continue to my next LA victim. JD Martinez. Last week, 429, 4 homers, 8 RBIs, 12 hits, no walks with a 1350.
Hit a home run.
JD Martinez.
Add a home run to that. Yep, just literally just now.
Wow. Off the backs.
As you said, JD Martinez, he was swinging the bat.
That sucks because last week the person I was facing in fantasy had JD Martinez, and I think
it sucks this week for you too, because
I'm playing the number 1 team in the league, and he already has about 200 points on the second day.
Yeah, not great for you. But yeah, Dodgers.
I'm not saying who that is though.
you don't have to. No one asked.
Dodgers are absolutely raking them this early. Got backs behind 2 of their top pitching prospects. Bobby Miller, fucking lights out. I don't know. Dodgers just continue to produce, continue to sign guys who are veterans and getting the most out of them. JD Martinez signed him for $10 million.
Jason Hayward, he had a bomb too.
I mean, JD Martinez has been so good for them this year.
Yeah, and he was hurt for 3 weeks.
I don't even know.
Yeah, he was hurt because that's how James Outman started playing, and all of a sudden he's the fucking rookie of the year now. And then you got guys like Jason Hayward. Bullshit. That's your number 5, though?
Yep.
Who's your number 5, Roman?
My number 5 is the Tampa Bay Rays. I know they came.
What the fuck?
They came out to a hot start. They had a very bad May. Their all-stars are not playing as well as they should be. I think that I might be wrong here, but it was just a fluke. I think that the opening month of baseball was a fluke for them. They came out to a hot start, and everything goes downhill from here. But they're good enough to make my top 5. Tampa Bay Rays.
Well, that fucked up my idea.
Yeah, I'm confused. I'm so confused.
Well, my number 5 is the Baltimore Orioles. Yeah, they don't even have 20 losses yet. For the people listening at home, they're a lot higher on my list. But my number 5 is the Baltimore Orioles. Kind of surprising. Very young team. A lot of talent everywhere. Cedric Mullins having a great year. Jorge Mateo, shockingly pretty good. Adley Rutschman, beast. Their pitching has been pretty solid. I mean, the AL East is a one-of-a-kind division this year, so they're in second place and they're in my top 5 power rankings. I like the Orioles here. They have guys who aren't producing and are a lot better than what the numbers say. So they can only get better, in my opinion. But they don't have the longevity that we've been able to see in the last couple of years. So maybe they'll fizzle out. I don't know. But right now, number 5 in my power rankings, Orioles.
Yeah, I'll piggyback off of you there because my number 4 is going to be the Orioles. I got them at 34-20, but they're both middle of the range with pitching and batting. I mean, their pitching staff has a 4.08 ERA right now, and batting wise, they are middle of the pack with a 249, a 342, 417, 742. across the team batting line. So, I mean, I do think the Orioles are playing really well right now, and I want to show them their love this early. But I'm not too sure how it will sustain, like you had mentioned. But I do want to give them props. I mean, they're playing good ball in a hard division. And for being a team that has not been good in the last decade, this is great to see.
Great to see. And let me interrupt you really quick. Padres baseball is back on Channel 4.
No way.
I called it.
No way.
They just announced it.
Just announced it. Check the Twitter sphere. Noties. Padres baseball. How to watch.
Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news.
Channel 4 on Cox. Now your view. Don't care what the hell it's called. We got San Diego baseball back on Channel 4. Just
Thank
like
you.
about 30 minutes ago. Thank you, Shenny. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Roman. Thank you, Average Takes, for making
Thank
this dream come true.
We
I had
always knew it
mentioned,
would be. We always knew.
I had talked about it.
You
This
think
is
Matt
something
Vasgersian's
that
going
is
to come
from
back?
our childhood. What'd you say?
Think Matty V's back?
That would be so electric. But I mean, we got the best cast in the world anyway.
Sam the cooking guy's back? Hype on that.
Where would he go? Where do you think he went?
He hopefully he's still cooking.
He's a race car driver now. Number 4 for Roman. Let's get back into this power rankings, even though breaking news, Padres baseball is back on Channel 4. Speaking of the number 4, Roman, what's your 4th team in power rankings?
Power rankings is the Houston Astros. They went from 17 and 20 or 17 and 18 to 30 and 21 this last month. Their bats are really hot. Jordan Alvarez has 14 home runs, 48 RBIs, batting a 330. Oh no, he's batting a 283. I was reading the wrong one, but still hitting dingers, cranking. Alex Bregman doing good. Mauricio DeBone doing good. Their pitching is a little bit off, but as long as they keep it together in that realm of baseball, then I think this team is good. My number 4.
A little high on my list, but without Tuve coming back, they're going to be a great team all over again.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, out on my list as of yet, but was really close. And I mean, there's another team in that division who's chug-a-lugging.
We call that the Pony Express.
You got a number 4 there, Shane? You already mentioned it?
No, haven't mentioned it yet, but I'll get right into it. We're going to go the Atlanta Braves, my 4 spot. I saw Matt Olson hit a ball 470 feet on Sunday Night Baseball. That ball was fucking smoked. I saw Michael Harris rob Kyle Schwarber home run on Sunday Night Baseball. That team absolutely looked electric.
I said Austin Riley earlier, idiot box.
He's the third baseman.
Just how they're the number 4 spot in my power rankings. And
I mean, that's my
Atlanta Braves.
That's my number 3 team, piggybacking off you again.
Damn.
Braves sitting a little bit higher on the team stats, 259 batting average, 331, 463, 794. Pitching has been up there as well with 374. I think this team is only going to get better with their pitching getting healthier. I mean, we saw Soroka back on the mound for the first time in I think 1,000 days after 2 Achilles tears. So I think they're only going to get better. I truly do. Cunha is playing the best baseball
the Braves are nasty.
played in his entire life.
Sean Murphy looks like an MVP candidate.
Sean Murphy, I mean, is probably the best catcher in all of baseball.
Marcell Ozuna found the bat. Been hitting hard.
Yeah, don't mention that name.
Yeah. Did you say Marcell Ozuna and hitting in the same sentence?
Does a lot of it now.
I'm Ozuna from the Braves.
Yeah, but they're my number 3 team also. That's why I chimed in. Team's hot.
You think Spencer Strider's quads can get any bigger?
Yes,
You do?
and his pants can only get tighter.
I, for some reason, have always thought that he was a Vanderbilt product. He went to fucking Clemson. I had no idea he was a Clemson boy.
He
The
looks like
last
a Vanderbilt guy.
the last 3 years in my mind, he's a Vanderbilt product. And then I heard they're like Spencer Strider out of Clemson, and I was like, what? He went to Clemson? Had no idea. I don't know. Always thought he was a Vanderbilt guy, but my number 3, moving on, 3 in the power rankings. The Los Angeles Dodgers are my number 3 team. A little higher than the rest of you, but I think
Higher than me.
they're just the best. I'll say it, they might be the best team in baseball. Their fans are lovely. I love to see them absolutely just enjoying the baseball. So I'm gonna go Dodgers number 3 here. That's all I have to say about them. I won't go into all the numbers.
Because I got Dodgers at number 2. Hate to say it, but
Number 2, huh?
great.
Couldn't even put them 1.
I didn't want to put him 1. I'll never put him 1.
Well, your 1 team's in your 5 spot.
No, wrong. But yeah, Dodgers look good. Freddie Freeman, animal. Mookie Betts looks like he's heating up too.
Bets.
My number 2 team is the other team in that division of the Astros that I was mentioning earlier. Texas Rangers playing fucking
Choo choo.
Train.
Off the backs of 2 stars of the last week. We had Nathan Eovaldi had pitched 9 innings, no runs, 6 hits, 1 walk, 5 Ks, and then Josh Jung, 458 average, 2 homers, 7 RBIs, 11 hits, 1 walk, and a 1355 OPS. This Rangers team has the best batting average in the league, up there with some great OPS slugging, and on base plus slugging with 339, 450, and 789. This Rangers team hits, and not only does it hit, it pitches. Top 4 in pitching with 3.64 ERA. Rangers might be a real deal. I mean, fuck. Added Bruce Bochy, added some key elements.
Chris Young.
Free agents. Yeah, Chris Young has been a great GM for them. I mean,
their organization is just ran by Padres products.
Yes, I mean, doesn't even matter though. They're running it great over there. I mean, the people who they've signed have been pretty good, and then, I mean, the young talent they've traded for and surrounded their guys with have been really good for them. So, this Rangers team is hitting and pitching on all cylinders. They're definitely the number 2 team. I mean, you could argue for them being the number 1 team in the league.
Funny.
But
I'll piggyback because the Rangers are my number 2 team too. Say that 8 times fast. 2 team 2.
2 team 2.
Yeah, but Bob asked me the other time, or maybe it was last pod, he asked me, where is Jacob deGrom? Well, I found him. He's Nathan Eovaldi. So whatever Jacob deGrom and Nathan Eovaldi did in the offseason, spring training, they switched bodies. I don't know what happened, but Nathan Eovaldi is the ace of this team for right now. And I mean, Bruce Bochy, Padre, ex-manager, I'd love to see him succeed. I hated to see him succeed in San Francisco, but in Texas, I wouldn't mind to see him win another ring. Hope not, but I wouldn't mind it. I do like the Rangers. Marcus Semien is having another career year. He's definitely leading. Corey Seager went down for a month or 2, and he stepped up huge. Like Bob said, Josh Jung. They got Nate Lowe over there. Ezekiel Duvon, I think his name is. He is been pretty fucking good. Adolis Garcia. I mean, this team. I can name all these guys, and Not even a Rangers fan, which is bad, but
And they're a great team, playing great.
great.
Right now.
Yeah, number 2 team in baseball. I like them. I like the Texas Rangers baseball. Wish they had DeGrom healthy.
Piggyback off you guys because they're top tier number 1 team in baseball right now. Don't know how you guys see it. They have a plus 124 run differential right now in all of baseball, which is incredible. Scoring a lot of runs. I want to piggyback off that Josh Jung comment. He's on my fantasy team and he is killing it. Guy hit a 430-foot bomb yesterday. I think this guy's
Hit a bomb today.
rookie of the year for sure. Number 1 in my book. Yeah.
Not a rookie.
You guys said everything about him, but Texas Rangers hot right now. They're my number 1 team.
Team's good. I think it leaves one team for me and Bob then, right?
Yep, I think we're on the same page here.
Yeah. The only team to, or the only other team to not have 20 losses, I should say. And that is the Tampa Bay Rays. And I took a little bit look at their roster, and they have role players who have 10 plus home runs. It's fucking crazy. It's so crazy.
It's crazy the
Production
output they get of these players.
Yes. It's absolutely nuts. It's crazy that they're so deep into analytics that they know that guys will succeed in this position, and then they go out and they succeed. Most times, hey, we're going to put you in the best position to succeed, and then the players don't succeed, and then that's when the turmoil happens. The Rays, whatever they have been doing is fucking outstanding because, one, they have the second lowest fucking attendance in MLB. They have the second lowest payroll in MLB, and they're still always making playoffs, always making deep runs in October. It's fucking nuts. I don't wish my team was like them because I like the way my team's running things now. But production-wise and just overall team, they have something figured out.
Yep. They know something we don't. They know something baseball don't because they get output with one of the lowest paying rosters every year.
They're the new A's, baby.
They've been better than the A's.
Oh,
What's kinda crazy is that the Rays have less or don't have 20 losses, and the A's didn't even have 10 wins before today.
Yeah.
That's insane.
A's hit 11 wins today.
yeah. Too many people
Rays
keep
hit
talking about
11 wins April 12th or something like
yeah.
that. Or April 20th.
Too many people keep talking about that the A's are going to be the worst team in baseball, baseball history. That I think it won't happen. They're going to go on a win streak.
What's the worst record in baseball history?
It's the 2006 or not 2000 something Tigers. They went 40 and like 120, something fucking nuts.
Well, right now we're a third of the way through the year.
Holy smokes.
They got 11 wins, so they're on pace.
Yeah.
For
They're on pace to win 30 games.
Wow. Wowzers.
30 and 132.
Call yourself an A's fan with that hat on. All right. That's none of the average.
Yeah, what the?
Yeah,
You look like a Raiders fan.
don't you ever disrespect me.
Disrespectful. All right, nothing wrong with being average. Go Padres. We hope
Go Nuggets.
to kill it soon. And no,
What the fuck? Yo, what the?
oh, fuck, dude. I didn't even mention on pod that I got a bet for a fucking.
Go Nugs?
I got a bet on the Nugs.
I got a 12-1 on the fucking Heat.
Himmy, man.
Odds.
This is a Himmy train.
I got the house and the boat on the Nuggets.
I can't believe you. This is a split podcast here. Shannon, you're on the Hemi train with me?
Yeah, I always like a good underdog. 8 seed to the ship, and then you get there, and then you win.
The Lakers and you fucking don't think they're gonna do anything.
They've been
in the
sleep too
finals?
long. They've been sleeping too long.
Nothing wrong. It'll go to game 7 for sure.
Nothing wrong with being average.